Hi everybody, we're going to go deep here with the crypto analysis, really deep in fact. You might have seen these videos before. They change a little bit. They reveal quite a bit of information. So tonight is July 16th, 10:05 p.m. And let me show you what we're looking at. So here's the risk assessment. I don't really need to do this anymore, but I just thought I'd show you just how weak the overall crypto space is when you look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and so on. So we have three of them, which are only moving between 0.5% and one is negative. So that's fairly weak. We also have an ability to look at the spreadsheet that this is generated. We look at a lot of different pairs. I'll do that at the end. The other thing I wanted to show you is if I decided to put money into the following pairs, this is what I could generate. So in here we have different combinations and different strategy types of investment for allocation, for portfolio optimization basically. So if I was to put money either using, well, both using CVC, everything's in USDT Tether, and KNC Tether. These are the average returns that have been coming out. These are the covariance on the different, how volatile they've been each over the last few days. We also have variance that gets measured, and then we look at minimum variance portfolio, long and short. All we really care about is this, the expected return on this combination of, let's say, 80% of CVC and the 11% allocated with KNC. So you can see here we get expected return at 0.5%. We might get a very not so great Sharpe ratio of 0.3. And then we can also look at Markowitz portfolio long only, but when you look at it, it drastically improves to 0.94%. Okay, so, you know, and our expected ratio will also go up to 0.39 and so on. So we can also do a Markowitz long short, Markowitz portfolio. And what we're looking for is to try to beat that expected return. Which one will give us our highest expected return? So in here we go, let's say, well, really you can only long only in the world of Binance using spot market for these type of cryptos. So we can get, if we use, let's say, 70% KNC, 30% CVC, we can get a 0.94 return. And same here if we have the minimum variance, so it's better in this case to use either Markowitz with this type of allocation of, as I said, 70% KNC, 30% for CVC, and that would be an expected return of just 0.94%. So then we get into another interesting combination. We can now add a third pair, which would be right here with the rep. So we got CVC, KNC, and now REP. So we have our different returns here, which is stronger. KNC looks like it's stronger than rep at 0.75%. And we do these different types of strategy types or allocation types for portfolio. In our case, we can only go long. So in this case, if we go 79% CVC, KNC 10, and rep at 10, we can expect a 0.53 return. Let's see what these other returns give us. Just looking for anything that beats that. We have here Markowitz, market neutral, at 0.91. It's better to go with what I stated before. Yeah, so Markowitz long only will get you 0.91. So we're trying to beat 9.94. So essentially, the one I mentioned of long only here will give us 0.94%, not just CVC and KNC. So you can see the difference between the two. So if you add that over every day, this type of analysis, you'll get a potentially much higher profit. I just want to show you that we have that capability. And usually you don't want to go more than 3 instruments at once or coins at once. Once you start adding a 4th or a 5th, it doesn't really add much to it. So you just want to really focus on either 2 or 3 coins when you allocate for each set of trades. All right, so I'm going to close that up. So now we have 5 reports we can look at. We can look at a combination of the analysis with shorts. I've shown you the risk, which is this one with the 4 coins. So we have four reports. So we have crypto filtered on volume, crypto long based on trend. This one's a long as well. And then the regular crypto long, and then the crypto short. I don't think usually nothing comes up in the short. So we are coming up short there, so I'll close that. So let's do the first one based upon trend. So based upon trend, this is based upon the ones in recent times that have had a strong slope. Obviously, in order, we are looking at them. So we have here the various pounds. These are the strong ones. Link, Compound, Dash, XMR, ZEC, and BTC. So those are strong ones, and you'll see them that shows strong trend and so forth. And this is based on trend. So if you know, depending upon how many days you're looking at and the time frame, here you can see, and you can see how far back it goes by looking at the moving averages. Let me just scroll down here. So you can see this goes all the way back. So today is July 16, 2020, 10:13 p.m. And look how far back it goes, a week, okay? So this trend right here will show you last week it's been, well, declining. You can see that right here. We have our Fibonacci levels. So one of the more important charts to see our our daily return, which ones have been negative and which ones have been positive by looking at the 0 here. Percent return. We can see here if there's a head and shoulder pattern. Not really. Here's where it gets really interesting. What we're looking for are the candles that will generate signals, namely bullish signals, because it's obviously a long. What kind of signals we're looking at? Matching, glow, 3-star in south, bullish signals, and they will give you the days and when those get generated. So today is the 16th, so this is screaming bullish candles at you right now or today here for Bitcoin. So that's probably why it's the first coin listed. Here we have our Fibonacci and trend. We can set our targets right here. Usually don't pay attention to those. But here we can look at 180-day view. Obviously, when we get to our RSI 50, positive momentum, then we know something's definitely brewing. You can see the price there is just starting to move up. The momentum over the last few hours has strengthened, as you can see here, and it's been flat, but overall it's looking good. So the next one we look at is Dash. Same problem. We have here an even distribution of daily returns. This I don't really pay attention to, but right here is where I pay a lot of attention. So early in the week, we can see all of these signals, as I've shown. Where is it? There we are. So you can see here the times. So we have on the 16th, bullish, 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 and one bearish. So 2 on the 16th, and 2 on the 13th, and 1 on the 9th. Sometimes you will get an even number of bullish and bearish signals, and these again are candle patterns. So usually if they are even, chances are you just ignore those signals because they wash each other out. Here's the 180-day view. Things that here I'm looking for is what's our momentum at, what's our RSI at. So I look at the different views here. We have a 90-day, and we have also, I think, a 30-day as well. You can see here it's been fairly flat, still at 50, starting to build some positive momentum. But here you can see how it's been very flat. So it may start to pick up a little bit. As you can see here, there is positive momentum. So when I say deep, this is what I'm meaning. We're looking at all kinds of things here. One thing I forgot to mention here, right at the first chart, that we look for is just this typical moving average cross signals. Here you can see them for Bitcoin. They're just all over the place. They're pretty hard to ignore or really hard to decipher anything out of. A lot of them are just false positives. So let me just go back to Dash here. And Dash will have its own set as well. So, yeah. Now, our third one we're looking at is Compound. This is, I think, a new addition in Binance. It's been a strong coin for the last little while, but it's been in a steady decline. You can see here in the trend. It's been dropping off. But this is what people get excited about, is the number of daily returns seem to be heavily outweighed by negative returns. This was a strong coin before. Not sure if these are hourly. No, these are daily returns. Head and shoulder compound. Again, irrelevant. There's no signals generated, no candlesticks, that is. We have a steady decline. Just really not going anywhere with this particular coin. But here it may start to strengthen. That's why I have always these so-called Fibonacci lines. But you can see it's just been brutally beaten down. I think this coin has come and gone in terms of strength. The only thing I could say it's going for it is right here. But there's definitely better coins to put money into. Here we have XMR. This is a strange coin as well. You see here these sudden drop-offs. Has a slight positive trend. Let's be a little riskier. Has some more daily returns. Here's where we can confirm everything. So we have two candles that are bullish today. So this would be interesting to really pay attention to. Here, down here, you can see it is climbing back, but doesn't really mean a whole lot. We need to see positive momentum in the market as well. And you have 90-day, 30-day. Again, same problem as Compound. Zcoin is kind of overvalued when you look at where it's at. It's definitely above trend. And I just want to highlight, I've seen some coins bounce off of this trend, which means it may be on the next leg up. And those can be my entries that I've indicated to all my quant analytic members. If you need to know where that is, just go under the eLearn tab. You'll find that service there. But back to Zcash, it is starting to build. Might have some slightly more positive daily returns. So here, Yesterday bearish, bullish today. Not strong enough for me, that is. But I think, as I said, there's just better coins out there to put some cash into. Now, Link is a different story. You can see here it has a sudden rise up from 4.5, all the way up to pretty close to $9. It's been a steady bounce up. So that's a pretty good one. This one has it for the last little while. You can see it's been evenly distributed between negative and daily returns. We have some bullish signals yesterday, or sorry, 2 days ago. You can see that spike just been driving up. But see the 30-day, definitely weakened off. So not much to brag about there. I think we've hit the peak on that particular coin on Chainlink. All right, so we have now some, which one's this? So these are the regular coins. And oddly enough, these are the ones that have been performing really well. But let me just see the ones based upon volume. So we only have two, BTT and Doge. It's not very, yeah, see, you can always tell on the trend, it did go up a little bit. Will it bounce up and continue the strength? I don't think it will by looking at it. But this is, yeah, but see, here's the problem. As I said before, there's a lot of volatility. We have a bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish. So we had a bullish yesterday and a bullish today. And look how far down it's been beaten down. So it's possibly that this may bounce back, but you can see the unpredictability of the candles. But it's evenly so is this the one? Let's see, 180 view. So it is at 50, the RSI. Slight momentum, but it's tapered off. And it's been not very strong lately. It's not very convincing. That's on the 180-day. Slight trade up. I think there's might be some better coins out there, but not much big moves. It is moving up, and there's a slight positive momentum. So we've got Doge now. You can see this huge spike up, drifts off, and just doesn't come back. This apparently was some pump on TikTok, so if you are aware of that, you would have made some nice cash with an entry of potentially 0.3 and some points getting up to 0.005. So not quite doubled, but it did pretty good in a very short period of time. Yeah, this doesn't look too good, this pair. So you have bullish July 6th, bearish 15th, and a bullish. So these wash themselves out, so that's really irrelevant. Here you can see the trend line just pointing really sharp down now, and that's where it's going, it looks like. But 90-day view, 30-day, I don't know. Don't know what to tell you there. Okay, moving on to the next one, based on and there's no filtering on this one, so let's get to it. This is just standard longs. So our lead one is Zcash. We've talked about this. This doesn't look too exciting. So we have a bullish, a bearish. No, I wouldn't get too excited on this one for Zcash. It's definitely dropped off earlier today. So Zcash kind of going nowhere. LTC, that's in a decline as well. I just would not be venturing in this one at all. Here we have some bullish signals though. Bullish, bullish. So these are candles. Look how it's just been so beaten badly down to $50. This doesn't really do anything for me, this coin. It's been just that flat, that long. Momentum slightly positive. No. This one's been an interesting one. Kava. Look how steep the trend line is. And as I said before, you do get instances where I have developed a system where the entry will take place here, or it can take place here, and it can be within a 1 to 2% range between the price and the trend point. And I've tightened it up to 1%, but there were so many this morning. I'm just kind of experimenting with that pattern. But you can see here when it does trigger it, it does go up again. And these are not small moves, 1.6 to up to 2.1. I mean, that's pretty good in a very short period of time. So this can work if you've got a really strong trending coin, as you can see here. And it will typically also, oddly enough, bounce off of these 382 lines on the Fibonacci. Just how it seems to work in the world of Fibonacci. And then it blasts through the 236 and then just continues above it. So it definitely has built up its base or support. Here we have confirmation of 2 bullish signals, so definitely something to put money into. It looks like that will continue. Here you can see that trend has just been really following that line pretty good. And that's since the last week, really. So here we have our 90-day view, 30-day view as well. And we have another one that's been pretty good, is Ren Usdt. Had a nice strong upward trend, below trend, and still above its Fibonacci there, which was 382, sorry. And then we have here again one bullish signal for the 16th. So here 180, it has weakened off, but what we're looking for is that momentum, and it has dropped off here down to 0, and here it has strengthened. So considering that may have been correct, that the momentum is no longer there. So now we have TZOS, XTC, XTZ. This has done quite well, as you can see here, since July 6th. It's been moving up. Still a negative trend. Okay, so what I'm saying is you can make money now, 2.4 all the way up to 3.2. We still want to, like this, we don't, I mean, I'll figure out by looking at the other charts. But you can see here, we need to see this trend line flatten out and start to go positive before my system will start taking the trades. Very tight range here, and the Fibonacci is not open enough. So here we have a bullish signal for the 16th, so this is good. Let's see here. Momentum's at 0, RSI's at 50. People are watching this, and then it's slight tick up, but will it move up? I don't know, but you can see here it's definitely trailed off. RVN had a nice run up here. So that's on the 13th from roughly 0.02 all the way up to 0.023.5. So, you know, it's not hurting. We had a nice little spike here, but it's still a negative trend. See, it's hit its peak here back in July 15th. Has been trailing down since. So looked okay, but it doesn't really do anything for me. So ZIL, be it, let's see what we have here. We have a signal, but whoop-de-doo. Declining trend is not the best to go into. Candle, bullish. So we have 2 bullish signals. That's a good sign. Will it go up? Well, let's check it out. been steadily declining actually. Momentum's flat below the RSI of 50, ZIL, and that's on now the 90. Yeah, see it's below 50 and definitely drop back to zero momentum. ZIL 30-day, steady 30-day decline. Yeah, it's just been pretty flat for that couple of days. Okay, or a couple hours, I should say. So now we're going to look at the spreadsheet, the crypto rank. You can see here we have 57 pairs to choose from. So these are currently the ones that are trending, or in the last few hours, been trending above average. So let me just start to look at a few things. So let's look at volatility first with column Q. So I'll do a sort. So we want to do standard deviation, or where's our standard deviation? Right here it is. From, yeah, smallest to largest. Let's see. So we can see here all the USDT related or US dollar coins are going to be the least volatile. More like stable coins. Bitcoin's been pretty good. Not much volatility there. Same with Ethereum, Dash, XRP, Litecoin, BNB, Bitcoin Cash, XMR, Ethereum Classic. But the more volatile ones, ANK, RERD, Lend, MFT, VET. So for most people, timing's everything. And these do perform, these ones I just mentioned, but timing is everything. And unless you have the analysis that I'm given here, you won't be able to make proper calls. Or there are better performing coins at that time. So I've already put those bunch already for my quant analytics members. So that's volatility. Let's look at the slope as well. I like to look at that one. So we want largest to smallest. So slope is usually what we're after. Okay, so here are our strongest ones in this order. Bitcoin, compound, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Litecoin, Ethereum, Neo, Ethereum Classic, EOS, Tezos, BSV, OMG, and let's say HNC or HC and ENG. Now with mine, it's looking for positive trend for the last 5 weeks. So some of these may not be applicable, but we'll look at now everything based on momentum. So we want largest to smallest. So here are BNB, IOTA, XMR, ZRX, ERD, LEND, QTUM, Algo, Ethereum, and BAT. That's the top 11. So in essence, I think I'm pretty happy with the entries that I'm picking off right now. But for those that want some more information on what to look for, you can get these sort of files or accessible to these sort of files. So if you go into quantlabs.net, let's say /blog, I have magically made my site a little faster. You can see here, so if you go under eLearn to learn more about these quant analytic things that I'm mentioning here, you can just scroll under and get the quant analytics. For this price, it will go up another 50% if things continue on how they work. And also, if you want to learn more on how to build trading scripts or bots like this, you can always go to the quantlabs.net, get some free books. If you're interested in our DVD products, soon I'll have a USB for it. You just come over to the quantlabs/DVD as well. And lastly, I have got a new one out that I'm just trying out. It's for those that are interested in retiring and how to secure your retirement. But so far, if things continue the way they're going, crypto can definitely be a way to help, especially this type of strategy we're using. Doesn't seem to be as worrying about as much for where the current state of crypto is, nor do we have to worry about momentum, that sort of thing. We've filtered all that out. Anyways, we shall talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good day.